Long-range shooting is an ability that cannot be mastered in a single day. There are many factors to consider when targeting a remote target. It takes time and patience before you are ready to pull the trigger. Here are 10 top tips that will help you improve your long-distance shooting. 1. Sit in a comfortable position and relax. Make sure your rifle is positioned naturally towards the target and that the ropes are in the right place. If you need to realign the rifle, do so by moving your whole body starting with your legs, rather than just twisting your torso. You may need to lift and replace the rifle, bipod. 2. Make sure your position is strong enough to keep the rifle completely still. Your body should be firmly fixed to the ground, both with your elbows down and your forearms. The weak hand should support the empty bed on the shoulder and be firmly fixed to the ground with a backpack, if necessary. 3. Your visibility through the rear sight must be perfect. When looking through the scope, do not shoot, except when the visibility is 100% clear. Any shadow or tunnel effect will induce errors and will yield the attraction. Make sure that the front and rear lenses are in perfect alignment with the rear lens, exceeding only the diameter of the front lens. This process of aligning the circles is just as important with the telescopic view as it is with the lateral visibility of the target rifles. Tip 4. Shooting and tracking should be done without unwarranted movement. The shutter should be pressed with the center of the index finger parallel to the shutter guard so that the movement is straight back, while maintaining a fixed grip through the scope. If you blink or move when you pull the trigger, it could have a major impact on the target. Hold the cursor position when shooting is triggered. Then you need to focus on when the bullet hits the target or falls nearby. Both pieces of information are vital to the next shot. Tip 5. Hold the rifle firmly, but not like death, to control recoil. When looking sideways, the cheeks should be firmly positioned on the bed of the kit with the head held as vertical as possible, not at an angle. The position of the cheeks is vital. Hold the rifle handle firmly with your thumb around it for safety. Leaving your thumb behind the handle or next to the safety device can be a painful habit if you switch to large caliber rifles with heavy recoil. Tip 6. Practice short distances for the first time. Only when you are really good can you think about shooting long distances. Many people start shooting long distances, even if their short-range shooting skills are still questionable. Adding basic errors to your attempts to solve height problems or not is a recipe for success. The ability to shoot consistently at short distances is the first element of long-term success. Tip 7. Study the effect of wind and the gravity of bullets. Once points 1-6 have been fully addressed, long-range shooting is limited to measuring the effective distance from the rifle to the target, calculating wind speed and direction, thus having ballistic data to work with. Now is the time to invest in a wind meter, laser search, and a ballistic solution suitable for your rifle. Tip 8. Remember that knowing the speed and direction of the wind at the firing point may not be enough. Topography, trees, mirages, multiple values of the wind on the way to the target, and height. Noise can affect all bullet flight's only experience, and many shots can provide the skills needed to reach the target in these difficult conditions. Tip 9. The fact that you did a date, a certain shoot, on a certain day at the X range means nothing. Don't be an armchair hero who talks endlessly about a lucky shot and how it could be repeated to order. The fact that you can shoot for the first time is what matters. For most rifle shooting, this means shooting at live stretches. For amateurs, only a few hundred meters or less if the conditions are complex. Tip 10. Finally, don't confuse long-range shooting with real hunting. If your target is alive, show respect and go close enough to make the first 100% sure shot. Make sure you have enough skill in reserve to finish firing when it doesn't go well.